Yo, 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 yo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you know what time it is. You know what this means. You know what it is. Guess what? You're here. It's now. It's going on. It's show off season, and it's me. It's your guy. It's your host. It's Doogie Franchise. That's DOOGIFRANCHISE. Yes, sirree. That is me, and it's he. And I'm not alone, because I'm here with my boy.
What's up, everybody? This is Burger Joe, a.k.a. Big Boy Fitness 718. How you doing?
And we have a special guest. Now, let me go down the line of what type of person this guest is.
Oh, Lord.
She's a podcaster, event promoter, wrestling commentator. Oh, wait, and she's a voice of 2 shows? Matter of fact, let's go with 3. We got
I stopped counting.
we got the head of HR, aka Miss Janelle, from the Jobbertears Podcast, from the Big Full Podcast. Oh, and we got a little bit of that Sasson talk. Whoa.
Well, it sounds like a lot when someone else says it. But thank you so much for having me. I'm excited because, like I mentioned in pre-production, that I'm never on this side of the mic. So I'm actually really excited to answer any questions.
Awesome. I mean,
and talk some shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I was say, can you cuss?
Huh? Yeah.
I was gonna say, because we cuss all the time.
Yeah, we do that.
I was gonna press the bomb, but I don't know how to do it.
Oh, come on.
I'm not the technical guy here.
Yeah, I'm usually the technical guy too.
This is actually a big mistake for him turning this. So.
I mean, he gave you one job.
Yeah.
This is actually I pushed play, and I was just like, "Hi, where's the bomb button?" And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I ain't got this one."
The bomb might be a little too loud though. We might.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No, we don't.
You had it all the way. There you go.
Yeah, that was.
There you go.
That was wild.
That was yeah. I haven't had bombs for myself. That's pretty dope.
There we go. Tell Flex to drop a bomb on it, and we got it.
Flex is a different story for a different day.
All right. Drop one of Clue's bombs for it.
Okay, I can do it.
All right.
I can deal with DJ Clue.
All right.
That's okay. Quiet Storm. I can fuck with it.
We trying to make it out here.
That's a fact.
So
before we get started, I just want to be the first to say I'm a big fan of you telling your guests, introduce yourself, because I don't I'd be like, oh my God, like that's amazing.
The funny thing is, like, she's literally the legit opening voice of every episode. So it's
unless it's an episode I'm not there, then I don't even know how.
It'd be funny if they just get a recording, just like, hello,
that actually is smart.
Jobber Nation.
Oh my God,
like,
I'm
she's
gonna
not
tell
here
them that because I'm always like, for my birthday, I'm not there recording, so that's that, and then maybe once or twice, but other than that, I'm gonna tell them that was smart. But the real reason why, low key, is sometimes I don't remember people's names.
That's a very good reason.
That is
when people come on, I'm just like, I can't do it. You do it yourself. Here you go. I'm good at delegating. So that's so that's where that comes from.
But it's just great when a wrestler's there. He got his championshit belt on the table, feeling himself. He'd be like, Jobber Nation, I'm gonna let this guy introduce himself. He'd be like, okay. So
he's like,
listen, I've done it to D'Lo Brown. I've done it to who else have we done? I've done it to Leo Rush. I've done it to plenty of people.
The funny thing is,
gave 0 fucks about it.
What makes it funny is, like, some of them would do the laugh like, okay.
Yeah, because they don't see it coming, so it's just like, yeah.
They're like, wow, I was expecting an intro. Okay,
but yeah, when they come on, I can't do it better than themselves. Like, so go for it.
I mean, you never know. They might be like, oh, because you from the Jobber Nation. I'm like, oh, we got a strong start. Can't wait to hear that name that drop, and all of a sudden it's do it yourself. Okay.
It's so funny hearing it from someone else on the outside looking in. So that's hilarious because I give 0 fucks about that. Like, I just like, go for it.
I respect it. Like
But thank you for that.
That'd be great. I'm just never like, watch it. Oh,
That's like, no, the funny thing is, we talk about like everyone on your show has a catchphrase that is just one of those out of the blue catchphrases. So like when you do that, and then Mr. Black, yo, can I finish? Let me finish.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. On the phone, he hit me with that one time because we was talking. And then he said something. I was trying to respond. He goes, yo, let me finish. And I just started dying. And he's like, yo, what's so funny? I was like, because I got caught with the catchphrase. You should have do it on the shirt, man.
So it's so funny when people say certain things, like I was like that I think are like outrageous. I'm like, you should put that on a shirt. Yeah. Like I'm all about selling. So I'm like, put that on a shirt.
If somebody can repeat something you say, that means you should throw it on the shirt.
Absolutely. I 1,000% agree.
So funny thing is the dynamic of your show. I call you. You're gonna love this. I call y'all the three top dudes from the Attitude Era. So I go, you guys.
Hope I'm Undertaker.
Rock. No, I put. It's Rock.
Or Trips.
Austin, Triple H, and I did call you the Triple H.
Okay, yeah, okay. Valid.
The funny thing is, like I said, because I explained this to both Wilkins and Black. I go, yo, Mr. Black, you're the Rock because you're the dude who's actually hype sometimes with the catchphrases all the time. Be like, yeah, this is Mr. Black, because we about to do this. My boy, big time, yeah. So I'm like, all right. And then like Wilkins could get a little intense and abrasive, like Austin.
A little.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
A little.
I'm underselling it, but
absolutely.
I'm
Totally
underselling it. But and then what you call it? And then you're the heel. I'm not gonna lie to you. You
think I'm the bad guy?
You got the hot takes. You got the hot takes.
Oh my God, that's so
yeah,
funny.
you definitely do got hot takes.
Wait, what?
Yo.
Okay, no, I need an example. Like, oh no, y'all not gonna do this to me.
Let's go.
Like it was like, I mean, now I kind of get it, but it was like what was it? Was it not the WrestleMania that just passed? Like when they first did it, and like when COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
Like for a while when Drew McIntyre was hot.
He dry.
Like, he dry now. I'm just like,
yeah,
now I'm like, go away. Go away.
To the left.
Johnny Gargano?
Yeah, garbage.
That's a hot take.
Boy, you was like, he's boring. I was like, at the time I was like, I don't see it. He's hot right now. But now I'm just like,
oh,
he's
then
boring.
the vision comes out. You're welcome.
It took a while, like, especially like, and then you didn't like Bobby Lashley like during her business.
So, okay, funny story about Bobby and I. So this goes back to WrestleMania New Orleans. So Bobby actually, I think, re-debuted that Monday Raw in New Orleans. So we were there. So we already knew from early in the day that he was gonna come. Okay. Like people just rumors, and you were already there. You already knew. But when Bobby was before, I still wasn't sold. I was just like, oh, okay, all right, cool. That sounds, no, I'm not sold. So I wasn't sold. So I kept that same energy when he came back. I was just like, I'm still not sold. So y'all can have this moment if you want. And everybody around me popped when he came out. So it was just so funny. So then fast forward to the Hurt Business. At first I was just like, are we sure this is the guy? Like, I don't know. And then as time progressed, I jumped on the Bobby train just a little bit. Like I'm on like the side platform that Bobby Lashley's on, just because I think the bigger picture of it, I realized was just like 4 black men doing a stable in the peak of a pandemic and still doing the shit out of it. Like I'm just like, I can't deny that.
I ain't gonna lie.
And then he took the title from Dry Ass Drew. So I was just like, oh shit, Bobby is the savior.
Dry ass.
He dry.
And then
he definitely
Desert Storm.
Even when you guys on the show, it'll be sometimes when like you'll make a take, and it'll be like, yo, the brothers like, and it's funny because you could tell they never want to do it, but they have to come together to argue with you.
And I love it, actually.
It's funny because it's like when Rock has to work with Austin and he don't want to do it, but Triple H is really wilding.
Oh, okay.
That's how
I get it. Oh, that's you're smart.
Yo.
Don't let nobody tell you different, because that makes sense. Because and it's funny the few times that they actually agree with each other, I literally be like, y'all don't ever agree with each other, but I can dig. Okay, Like, I don't mind it for this moment, even if it's against me. But I still sit there and be like, I said what I said, so I'm not changing that.
I know, but that's what makes the show. That's what makes it entertaining and good. Because they're like, oh, because like there's times when like you see the brothers butt heads. But then, like, you could pop in, and then it'll be funny where they be like, "No, what you mean?" And then, and then it's funny when they'll make a joke that they would get, and you're just like, "I don't understand what this is about," but it's about comic books or something. And I'm just sitting there like, "Yo,
that happens. That actually happens more often than I think."
And then, like, I think what was it? The one time I think shit got crazy was I think you made a Batman reference. And then they just sat there and said...
They lost it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was on a bus, and I just started dying.
They didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I have stuff sometimes up my sleeve because they be thinking I don't be knowing or I'm not hip because that's not my, forte most of the time. But sometimes I'll have, like, a wild card in the back of my pocket, like, bam, like in Uno. Bam, I got y'all. And then they react, and then they're like, oh, okay. And then there's certain times when Mr. Black will say a joke, and then he'd be like, see what I did there? And I'd be like, yes, I know. I see. I got it. Because no one else is listening but me. So, yeah, gotcha. I got it.
All right, so we got the story from Black and Wilkins on the beginnings of Jobbertears. But now I want to get your beginning.
I wish I would have heard their take on it.
I know.
But I'm actually glad that I didn't because now it's just 3 different sides of the coin or the triangle. Almost what now? Yeah, this coming is gonna be like 3.5, going on almost 4 years. So 4 years ago, me and Sir Wilkins. The background story: me and Sir Wilkins are best friends. That's been my best friend for 7-8 years. So it started off with him posting on Facebook. Anyone interested in doing a podcast? Female interested in doing a podcast. So I called his ass up. I said, "So you just gonna disrespect me like that on social media? Like, what are you talking about? Like, right here."
That sounds like the push-up challenge.
And
yeah, it definitely does.
So over the like me and him actually work out together. He works out way more than I do.
But your name is Burger Joe. That's questionable as fuck.
Oh no, that's my fault.
This is fault. It's Burger Joe. I have that's like my. That's why I mean my fitness page is Big Boy Fitness.
Oh.
Yeah, Burger Joe's my fault.
Oh, okay. Because I was just like when he introduced himself, I was like, that's really misleading. But I won't say anything.
He knows how to make the best damn burgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I like how you just said yeah too. I love it.
The confidence level.
Keep it the hype.
The confidence level is on point.
I like working out, but I'll be like, I need a burger right now. So
yeah, we stick with the brand.
Burgers and weights. All right. But yeah. So Sir Wilkins had posted that, and I called him up, and I was like, "Hello, like me, duh." And he was just like, "Well, I don't want to," because they always think I'm just too busy. Because I'm very career oriented. I'm very like when I work, I work. So he was just like, I don't want to add to your stress or add to your. And I'm like, no, this is your dream. Like, you're my best friend. Let's do this. So we started off. It was me, him, and a previous person that started a podcast for a different wrestling group. And then we did that for almost a year. And then things kind of got a little shaky. Disagreements happened. I'm probably at fault because, once again, my mouth always gets me in trouble. I'm not going to lie.
That's all right. They don't listen to the show.
And that's fine, too. And even if... so, fun fact. The people you don't think is listening are listening. Always remember that. The people you least expect to listen to your shit is listening to your shit. So then when they comment or they say some shit randomly and you be like, how did they know that? Because they gave you a view. So you just think... That's what I think. I always do. When people talk wild shit on social media... Even from, like, the clips, like, of the podcast, I'm always, like, if it gets too intense, like, if it gets medium, I'm, like, I don't bother it. But if it gets intense, I'll pop on and I'll be like, listen, thank you for your review. I really appreciate it. Like, you have no idea what it means to us. You have a blessed day. Like, boom. And then they be like, oh, shit. Because I had one person, like, I don't want to say I put them in their place, but I said something because I'm going to defend regardless of the dysfunction of the 3 of us because we're dysfunctional as fuck. But I love them like family. I love them like blood. So if people come at them, they come at me. So when I said something and then I told someone and then they DM'd Wilkins and apologized. And he told me and I was like, oh, that wasn't the goal. I just said what I said. Like,
That's how you do it.
Exactly. So put some respect on the name. But so things are shaky. Things were said. Also two creative differences. I think both me and Sir Wilkins had different visions of what we wanted to do with the podcast. Because the podcast wasn't just that. It was also the viewing parties. It was also like our friends in the independent scene, like giving them a platform. Because that was always my thing. Was I wanted to be the Rock Nation Sports of independent wrestling in New York. Like that was always the goal. Cheap plug, July 31st. But there was a method to that madness. But the seeds, I planted the seeds a long time ago. So mostly creative differences. And so one episode that Sir Wilkins' brother, Mr. Black, came on, and everybody was just like, yo, like, what, this dynamic is different. We love it. And at first we were like, oh, we don't know, because things were kind of ending with the other podcast, so we didn't know what we wanted to do. And then Sir Wilkins' birthday, almost 3 years ago, we did a pilot episode. And didn't have a name for the show yet, didn't know what to do. We were just like, we're going to record, we're going to celebrate your birthday in this manner and see how it goes. And then after we recorded, we sat and we were like, all right, what are we going to name it? So I always had a love for the underdog. I always had a love for innocent jobbers, because they were sometimes that talent that help either the veterans put them over, or they make the veterans look good. Like, you always need a jobber. Like, that's just the business. So I said, all right, I had that in mind. And then we always talk about people complaining in wrestling, always talking about, innocents crying. Like, oh, come on. Like, that guy should have won. This guy should have won. So that's where the tears part came from. So then we put it together, and Jobbertears Podcast was made. So I don't know if they broke that down for you when they was on here.
You got to check it out.
Okay. So yeah, we probably all have different sides of the story, which is funny. But I like to think of the positives and the things that put us together. And it honestly, doing the podcast has made me believe everything happens for a reason. Like, nothing that we've encountered was by accident. It was meant for us. It wasn't meant for me, Wilkins, and the other individual we were doing the podcast with. It was meant for the three of us. So I look at that and I'm like, okay, let's just go. So by far, it's been the longest relationship I've ever had. Low key, most committed I've ever been in life, which is crazy. But the first year was rough, because I'm the monkey in the middle in this sense. Like, these two are brothers. They're actual real life brothers. And, not to get too personal for them, but they had stuff that they had to work out on their own that had nothing to do with Janelle. But because I'm there, it has to do with me. So we had to go through our growing pains personally, professionally. We had to up our game with our audio, our sound, because I remember Wilkins saying he sent that video to a guy that does that, or was on, or was affiliated with Joe Budden's podcast.
Yeah,
for advice. And he sent him the thing, and he was just like, yo, what's the feedback? And the number one thing the guy said was the audio. And I told him, I said, listen, in a year's time, we can't be doing this. Our audio has to step our game up. And then we transitioned to the studio, and then down the road, our friends wanted to be a part of the journey. So that's where the Jobbertears Network came, and we had Your Sports. Then we had 2.5 Bros. We used to have one called Cats and Dogs. And then Sasson Talk came at the tail end. But basically, we curated this network of just different things. And it didn't have to always just be wrestling. But we wanted to give a platform for everyone, because not everyone loves wrestling. That's just what it is. But people love hearing Wilkins talk about sexcapades and things like that. So that's where 2.5 Bros came from, and his wild and crazy stories. And then Sasson Talk was an opportunity for me to not talk about wrestling, which was really cool, because I don't always have to talk about wrestling.
Let's talk about Sasson Talk.
Oh.
Like, how'd that one come about?
So shout out to Amanda, my co-host in Sasson Talk. It came about with her wanting, really her, once again, I'm just being the good old friend and saying, okay, I'll be a part. But she wanted to do a podcast. She wanted to do something where it was different and challenge herself, because she's very small. She's very soft-spoken. She's not very like public speaking type of person. So the podcast was able for her to get on that platform and just, break out of her shell. And then it was an opportunity for me to help her do that and kind of just be her, like, her life raft. Like, I try to not make it about me. Like, I'm just like, girl, I'm the co-host. You the head of this. I don't want to pause. But it gave her that opportunity to do that. And then some of the topics, everyone looked at us like, I didn't know that about you. Like, what do you mean? And then people feedback were just like actually today in real lifetime, but not when this is going to drop. A guy I used to mess with years ago. I stopped messing with him because he has a low key fetish and I didn't care for it. But yeah, so I didn't care for that. Bronx guy, by the way. He texted me earlier today, and he sent me a snapshot of the episode, one of the latest episodes of Cecil on Talk, where we talked about marriage and like when's the right time to get married or things like that. And he literally texted me, and he was just like, "This was therapy for me. Like, I literally cried listening to the episode." And I was just like, "Did this grown ass man tell me he cried listening to my episode?" Still a little weird, but I appreciated the comment.
She did the whole people's eyebrow while saying that.
Like, are you sure? But it's so funny because it's just funny we talk about that song talk that someone mentioned it today to me. But just to hear different people reaction and just they being able to relate to it. Like, we've had so many people say like, "Oh my God, like I've been through that too." Like, I know, like, it ends up being therapy in a sense, like how he mentioned it. And I feel like that across the board, even with the Jobbertears podcast. Like, I'm like, even I dread every week. I'm like, fuck, gotta record. But when we're there and we're in it, we're locked in and we go, and it is probably the best 2 hours of my week, even though I won't admit it to them directly in their face. But it's probably the best 2 weeks. 2 hours.
Documented on a podcast.
Yeah, so I'll give credit where credit is due.
You got any questions?
Come on, ask me anything.
Right now?
Yeah. Where in Harlem you live? I guess. Oh, did you grow up in Harlem?
Yeah, I did.
Where?
I'll say around 139th.
Oh. Yeah. 39th and Lenox or 39th and 7th? What are we talking?
Close.
Maybe staying off the grid.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool.
Nah, I had people who didn't like when I was growing up. So
yeah, that's like
I copy.
you.
Wait, did you go to high school in Harlem?
No, in the Bronx actually.
Oh, where?
Cardinal Hayes.
What year?
Class of 08. Like,
I have a friend. No, that was All Hallows. No, Jason went to Cardinal Hayes. I have a friend named Jason Washington that went to Cardinal Hayes that I went to junior high school with. And I'm trying to think who else I know from Hayes. Because All Hallows was closer to so I was in between Cardinal Hayes and All Hallows, so it's weird.
For me, it's like when you walk out Cardinal Hayes, I can see my house. So I was like, I want to go here.
Oh, so you just got lazy. It was
pretty
like,
much.
Boom.
I was like, I went to All Hallows and I was like, it's nice here. And then I went to Hayes and I was like, I can see my house from here. So
I can see home from the classroom window.
It's close, so I'll go here.
That's hilarious. Okay. Oh yeah, but okay. Ask me a question. I asked you too much about your personal life on video. It's okay.
How'd you get into commentary?
Which is the hardest thing, once again.
And how
the
was it?
hardest thing in wrestling. I promise you. The hardest thing. So shout outs to Anthony Cole and Peter Rosado from BCW. Bree Combination Wrestling. They had an all-female tournament where they were looking for a female commentator, and I was like, and I don't know how my name got thrown into it, because I always be like, no, I don't. I'm more of a background kind of girl. Like, I definitely like hands-on, would rather produce and rather direct than being in the front of the camera. That's why doing the podcast is actually totally out of my element too. But the boys had said, no, I think you'd be good at it. So then Anthony Cole and Peter Rosado reached out to me and asked me, and I said, listen, I've never done it. I only know how to talk shit. So just gonna put that on the table? And they were like, no, just talk, have a good time, and see what happens. Like, Peter was also on commentary, so it was just like I had someone to lean on to, someone to look up to, and see, because he's done commentary for years. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll give it a try. And they all were just like, it was so much fun with you. Like, you were natural. Like, you just talked, and you knew stuff, and I was just like, okay, yeah. But I left there like, I probably was trash. I probably didn't sound right. It was the worst thing. And then fast forward to, it was one of an HOG show that they had did with TNA, with Impact. And me and Mr. Black are online waiting to meet Moose because they look alike. And he was like, I got to take a picture. So that's his thing. Yeah.
I just clicked.
Yeah.
She thought like, wow, they do.
So that's the whole thing. When me and Mr. Black go to indie shows, like, our thing is we'll take pictures together. So he's like, come on, let's go take a picture with Moose. Because we look alike. I said, yeah, I know. Okay, fine. So we get online. And the guy in front of us had asked us to take the picture for him. So we were like, yeah, cool, whatever. You do it for us, like, we do it for you, vice versa. But then the guy turned around and he was just like, you were so good on commentary at that BCW show. And I was just like, what? Oh, okay. I was like, well, thank you for listening. Thank you so much. But it was one of those moments I was like, oh, shit, people really listen. And then I went from there, and then they did it was an annual show, so they did it the following year, and then I did it again. And then from there, I got more opportunities to do it. So shout out to my sister in wrestling, Miss Faye Jackson, who says she's retired, but I always say no one really retires in wrestling. She was doing a show out in Jersey, and she asked, it was an all-female show, so she asked me to do commentary with her, and I said, okay. Drove 2 hours, going to go do commentary. And did that, and literally every person I've done it with is like, yo, it's such fun doing it with you. And I'm just sitting there like, I think I'm trash, but thank you. And then once again, Faye, last year, this is why like COVID fucked everything up. So last year's WrestleMania, which was supposed to be in Tampa, but it was in Tampa this year, she was doing a Gray Sweatpants Battle Royal event the year that COVID hit. So because COVID hit, no one could run a show. No one did anything. So everything was on pause. And then this year, I had messaged her maybe like 2 months before WrestleMania. And I was just like, hey, sis. So this show in Tampa, is my presence still required? Because I actually was not planning on going to Tampa. Like, I was just going to be like, oh, I'll be with the boys. I'll be at the bar. It's fine. It's the first one. Like, I've been to 4. I was missing another one. And then she's like, no, like, you're going to do commentary for the match. And I was just like, what? Did you just book me for WrestleMania weekend? Oh. So I guess I gotta go to Tampa then. So that's really the only reason why I went to Tampa, was because she asked me to do commentary alongside my other sister in wrestling, Miss Tasha Steele, one half of the Impact Knockout Tag Team Champion. So me and her had a ball. Like, literally, that probably was the best time I had doing commentary, was watching men in gray sweats do a battle royal. Yeah, that was it. That was the top of the list for me.
All right. Do you have a dream match that you would love to do commentary for?
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, matter of fact, let's break it down. One indie, one WWE.
Ooh.
One Impact.
Ooh.
And one AEW.
Okay.
Matter of fact, and throw Ring of Honor.
Okay. No, it's cool. I can break it down. Ring of Honor. Something with Jonathan Gresham. I don't know with whom, but we had just went to the Ring of Honor pay-per-view last weekend. Well, in real time. And it was the first show they had in over a year and a half. And it was funny because the Ring of Honor was the last show I went to before the world shut down. So it came full circle going back to the show. But seeing Jonathan Gresham, and once again, right now he's the Ring of Honor Pure Champion. He's by far, and this is a hot take, cold take, whatever you want to say, he's by far the best technical wrestler in professional wrestling right now. Hands down. Like, that man, woo, can work. And I mean, and I've always had a love for technical wrestlers. Like, I've always loved, listen, and it's going to be a hot take, but oh well. I've always loved the Chris Benoits. I've always loved the Daniel Bryans. I've always loved the Dean Malenkos. I've always Chris Jericho before he became, Judas in my mind. So, always had love for technical wrestlers. So, Owen Hart, who was the better Hart. But, once again, it's another hot take. But anything with Jonathan Gresham, I would want to do commentary for because I think that's dope. And I'm going to be biased because probably all the matches are going to be with black people in it.
That's fine.
With AEW, Jesus. Yeah, I'm biased because I feel like the ones I'm going to say are the people that I know.
That's fine.
But no, I'm not going to name him. It's fine.
You want to say Big Swole? Say it.
Well, that's sis though. So like, that's okay.
Big Swole, Britt Baker.
Actually, boom. That would, which I still don't understand why Swole versus Britt Baker isn't a thing yet, but that's neither here or there.
It's a
but
slow
boom.
Build. It's a slow build.
There you go. That was with an assist because I was just stuck. I was like, because my issue with AEW is they have all this talent and don't use it. And even though people say they use them, they on Mondays for 3 hours on Dark and Elevation for an hour and a half. Where's the big bucks? On TNT. If they're not on national syndicated television, no one gives a fuck about if they're on YouTube.
They got another. They getting it.
And getting Rampage, which actually I didn't mind Dynamite on Fridays. Like I actually enjoyed it. I was like, yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Cause everybody's grandpa. Yeah.
I mean, it was honestly, it was out of me falling asleep. Or I was out.
But at least I caught the first hour.
Yeah. See,
I fall asleep on Fridays early.
Really? But I don't know, just this transition of like, all right, SmackDown's done, 2 hours, boom. All right, another 2 hours, boom, and then knock out.
Nah,
but
by the time SmackDown's over,
I was like, I'm exhausted.
For WWE, really, it should have been. I would have loved to have done the main event at WrestleMania. To be honest, Bianca and Sasha. They do Bianca and Sasha 2. I would totally be game for. Like, I don't think people realize or understand the importance of that entire situation. Like, I read a post the other day and I said, no one understands how I still get choked up and get goosebumps whenever I see clips of that match. Like, just hearing about it, I'm like, oh my God, I was there.
You was there. You was there.
Was there front and center. And that was another, outside of Faye, of course, that was really the other reason why. Because, I've been watching wrestling since I've been like a little girl, since 6, 7 years old. And to see 2 women of color main event this white man's company, you can't put a price tag on that. Like, you can't go back and say, yo, I could go back and say I was a part of history. Like, I literally sat there in the ring with my poncho and watched 2 of the top women in WWE main event, and they were women of color. And no one can take that away from me. And I think that's why people think it's always like the race card, or like it's not, it's a black thing. Absolutely, it is a black. Yeah, absolutely, because it's never been that.
Okay. And trust me, because I ain't gonna lie to you, he knows, he will attest, I am a Sasha Banks.
He'd be like, that's his baby.
That is.
She's definitely married.
Huh? So?
Yeah.
She's still single.
She's still single. Like, that's still my baby. So.
She's still single till I meet that nigga. So
okay, so you just admitted on your show that you're a toxic ass nigga on that one. My man just flat out toxicity at its finest.
Everybody who knows him knows that a lot. They'll just be like, all right.
Have you ever met her?
Huh? No. No.
All the times.
I've never met. I probably would have cried. Like, there's like a few.
No. When you think you're going to cry, you're not going to cry. Because when I met Triple H, I think I was like, I was heaving up until I got in front of him. And then I ended up saying hi to Stephanie first. And that's what calmed me down, actually.
So, okay. I'll tell you a funny story. So, WrestleMania weekend, night 1. We went to the bar.
Oh, how was it?
It was fun. Tasha Steelz.
Yeah.
And Faye was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've met Faye before.
Yeah.
And it was like we had like a tiny interaction, but I never met Tasha Steelz. But I was following Tasha Steelz before she got signed to Impact.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh shit. Tasha Steele, she's pretty, she's cute, I like her.
Yeah, that's everybody's. That's what the boys always look at me like. Other people I know that was like, so like, what's up with Tasha?
See,
I was just like, what?
So like, the joke is Mr. Buck was like, yo, you want to meet Tasha Steele? And I was like, I'm sitting there eating chicken, and I was like, yeah. He was like, come on. I was like, not right now though. Like, give me a minute. And I'm holding like.
He had to get himself together.
I used to sit there like, yo, just go meet her. And I was like, yo, give me a minute. He's like, come on, bro, just go meet her. You want to meet her? And I was like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I had to.
That's so funny.
I started sweating and shit. I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, whew. All right. And then I walk up to him. I was like, all right, let me meet him. Meet them. Hey. He's like, yo, this my man Dwayne. Yeah, that's me. I'm Dwayne.
He trying to be all cool and shit.
It's like, this ain't working. And then like, Faye's like, hi. And I'm like, hey, I remember you. I saw you the first time in BCW. And Tasha Steele's, hi. And then she just fist bumps me. And I'm just like, all right. I was like, well, gotta go.
He said, like, gotta go.
I wanted to take a pic and everything, but I forgot I had a phone in my pocket.
Well, you get another opportunity July 31st.
Oh,
boom. Yeah. But it's funny because I think I've only gotten starstruck 1, 2, maybe 3 times. Maybe. So, first time was Sting. Okay. And I didn't even think it was going to go down the way that it went down because typically people say he's not in getup, but he rarely does meet and greets with the full paint on, full face on. So I went into it like already like, oh, I'm going to meet Steve. Like, fuck this. All right, cool. I walked in that room. It was Sting, like Raptors, like WCW Sting. And I was just like, whoo, Sting is right there with the baseball bat. I can't believe it. And then we went there and I laughed. And it's a picture. My homeboy got a good snap of like us laugh, like me laughing, like perfect. The second time was probably, it's a tie between, Ric Flair I wasn't as like starstruck, but I was just like, I love you. Yeah. It's like, I just want to take you home even though I can't take you home. Or have a drink with you even though I know you can't drink. It was like that moment. But meeting Triple H, I was fucked up. Like I was like, oh shit, like trips. And then the best part about it was Triple H and Stephanie when he did, I think it was the last year SummerSlam was here. And they did the meet and greet, and all the proceeds went to Connor's Cure. So I actually met the little girl Izzy and her parents on that same line. They were right in front of me. So I get up there, and at the time we had just like maybe made a year of the podcast. Like we just only had like one shirt, so it was us in like cartoon, but it was a remake of DX. So like I was China, and then the boys were Triple H and Shawn Michaels. And I wore the shirt to the meet and greet. And the first thing Stephanie, yes, I know, she low-key's dope. First thing, she looked at the shirt and she noticed it. She was just like, she told Triple H, look at the shirt. I was just like, bitch, yes, look at the shirt. Look at the titties. Yes, me. Thank you. But it was so dope that she recognized it before he did. So I thought that was really dope. And then the last time was when I met Taker. And that... Woo! I flew literally. This is how you know wrestling's life. I literally got on a plane. This is Survivor Series now almost 2 years ago when they were in Chicago for War Games because that was my thing. Like I grew up loving Dusty. I grew up loving War Games.
Undertaker, Kane versus the Wyatt family?
No. That was after that. This was like when I met Taker, he wasn't doing ring shit. I think that was probably was after him and Cena. Because that was that April.
Okay.
But, so I literally was like, yo, bucket list thing, gotta go to War Games. I don't care. So, of course, because we have the viewing parties, I said, all right, I'm going to go to Chicago, go for War Games, fly back, and come for the viewing party. Because I think I don't know if we were having a host or something, but I was like, I got to come back to New York. So I go to Chicago. I meet up with one of my close friends that I met through wrestling, and that's the one thing I love about wrestling is it's brought so many people that I probably would have never met into my life. So my homegirl Angie, shout out to Ange in Chicago. I met up with her. We got pizza, we got food, but before then we found there was a sports convention and Undertaker was doing a meet and greet. and she loves Undertaker just like I do. So we split the ticket. We was like, all right, cool. Whole time we're online, she's the one freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm like, Angie, it's okay. Like, we're gonna meet him. It's gonna be great. It's like 2 people in front of us. Now we're in the front. Now I start losing my shit. I'm like, oh my God, it's Mark. Jesus Christ, I'm meeting Mark Calloway. Oh my God. And I had my chalk line Undertaker jacket on, so I was ready for the part. Then we get there, and he's tall as fuck. Like, don't let TV fool you. Undertaker's tall. So we get there. We both get hugs from him, and I didn't want to let go at first, but I was like, okay. Then we take the picture, and then but the guy didn't even say, like, you know how, like, when you take a picture, someone says, like, 1, 2, 3? Yeah. The guy didn't even do that. So he just, like, we stood there, and it was just like 1, 2, snap. And I was just like, hold up. Can you make sure that picture is good? Because this is, like, a lifetime picture. And then Undertaker co-signed. He said, yeah, can you check that for her? I said, Mark, yes. You're on my side. So those are the 3 times I've met wrestlers. I mean, I've met tons of wrestlers, but those 3, I was like, whew.
How many, can you count how many travel events you've been to? Because, like,
I lost count.
Yeah, because, like, you, the way you say, you're like, yeah, I flew to Chicago, then I flew back to New York.
Oh, yeah. I'm
It's
notorious of doing that.
Okay, I gotta ask you.
Never did that.
Listen, you just gotta do it, and just I tell, because people always ask me, like, how are you able to travel so much? And I was just like, just do it. Like, listen, if there's a will, there's a way. But I've done Money in the Bank in Chicago. I've done WrestleMania in Orlando, Tampa, New Orleans, here in New York. I've done Ring of Honor in Baltimore. I've done what else? I mean, that's pretty much. No, I didn't go to Houston to see. I should have went to Rumble before the world shut down. That's the one regret I have. But no, other than that, yeah, I did War Games Chicago. Thankfully the takeovers were here a lot, so I didn't have to travel for that. But yeah, I mean, listen, where there's wrestling, I think I've traveled more for indie stuff too. Like, we have, like, shout out to our Jobbertears South. Like, we have, like, our homeboys that live out in Charlotte, in North Carolina, and in South Carolina, in Charleston, and the boys wrestle. So, like, if they have, like, a big match or something, I'll fly down and go and see. Like, when you
that's support.
And it's real, because, like,
that's love.
we love them, like, for real. Like, when Yaya had he won the PWX pure title, I think. His first title defense, we flew down, and we went and saw the match, because it was him versus Cam Carter, and Cam's one of my other good friends. So I was like, we gotta go.
Like, that's one thing I love about y'all show is, like, y'all super pro black wrestling.
Oh, absolutely, and we get hell for it.
Yeah. I heard twice about that, and then especially, like, apparently there was people had an issue with you saying black excellence.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm like,
woo.
I'm like, motherfucker.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like,
it got to the point where it was just like, that's your that's your business. Like, that got nothing to do with us. But
you should literally just say it all throughout the show, because it's like, yo, we like how you expect people to celebrate us if we don't celebrate ourselves?
And that's the point.
Every 2 seconds. Like,
and that's honestly a part of the foundation of our podcast was, we have to put ourselves on. Like, we have to put everyone that we know that looks like us, that talks like us, that loves wrestling like us, we have to give them that platform, because no one else will. Like, before, and it's crazy, because the boys will always say, like, people have been doing podcasts before us, but I felt like once we started doing it, everyone started coming out the woodworks with podcasts, which was great, because it was like, now we have a community of other podcasts that want to do things, that want to collaborate, that want to, be seen, and, stuff like that. So my thing is, there's strength in numbers. I've always believed in that, and I've always been the type where we don't do the podcast for us anymore. Like, it stopped being about us after that first year. I literally think that I'm like, it's not about us.
Y'all built a Marvel universe,
and I don't know how that happened.
Y'all built a Marvel universe.
That's so funny.
Like, like, it started with a dream, and then you got an Iron Man. That's y'all 3, and then, like, actually no, we'll start it with started with Wilkins as Iron Man and then
Yeah,
Hulk and
he
Captain.
has a vision that sometimes I'm just like, bro, can we be real? Can you come back to reality, because that shit is not tangible. And then it ends up being tangible. Like, even doing the show, like, it's been a dream to do something in wrestling to showcase people that have supported us, people that's been down for us, people that don't always get that type of acknowledgement. So when the pandemic happened, I was heartbroken. Like, I tell you, I was heartbroken that we didn't get to JobberSlam last year.
Yeah.
I was so like, and it was crazy because we ended up supporting, shout out to TJ Moss. He was doing because that was the whole height of the George Floyd thing and Black Lives Matter. So everyone started doing a Black Lives Matter show. So we went down July 4th down to North Carolina. We went to sponsor our friend's Black Lives Matter show that a whole bunch of our boys were on. So it was cool because we got to spend the weekend with them and hang out and do things, chop it up. But sitting there, I was just like, this should be my show. Like, I don't understand why I'm here. Then I started to get emotional. I was like, why am I here? And then, once the world opened up, we were like, all right, let's try this again. Let's do this bigger and better. We're still going to keep what the main event is, because that, to us, was always important to have two women, even though, damn, WWE did it before we could.
You know what it is? They saw it. They heard.
And you know what? I always believe, that's why I told you in the beginning, when you think people aren't listening, they listening.
Yeah.
Because it's certain people that have, even off camera, told us, like, yo, we heard about the show, and we was just like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, how'd you hear about it and stuff like that? Like, streets be talking.
I'm about to go into conspiracy theory.
Ooh.
I'm about to go into conspiracy.
I love conspiracy
I'm
theories.
gonna tell you how they heard. Their main event literally had two women who has the same build as the two women in their main event.
Talk about it.
As wild.
Talk about it. But it's okay. Vince is a Virgo like me, so I don't have no beef with him. Like, I'd rather work together than work against him. But we already knew the main event was going to be what it is, and then just building the relationship with Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions, and then that's how that kind of came about. And then a lot of the other people we loved and support, we was just like, we want you guys on the show. We want you guys to show Brooklyn, show New York your style, because a lot of, like, we have Mysterious Q, who I ended up seeing for the first time in Tampa for the Culture Show. And black man with a lucha mask. I was just like, where the fuck he been at? And I had DM'd him the other day because I wanted to make sure he was good, in terms of getting here, in terms of anything he needed. I just wanted to reach out to him and just let him know, we got you, whatever you need, let us know. And he was just like, yo, thank you guys so much for the opportunity. Like, you have no idea. Like, I've never really wrestled up Northeast. And this is because he's from Texas. And he's like, yo, I've never been so far up East like this. Like, this is so great. Like, thank you. And I'm just like, nah, nigga, thank you. like, thank you. Like, not us. So I'm just honestly, on top of you guys, on top of the tons of sponsors we've got, like, the outpour of love that, honestly, that's why I keep telling people, like, listen, if I start crying, y'all just forgive me in advance, because just to see how many people have supported us and been like, yo, y'all are really doing this. And it's just like, thank you. Like, it's not for us. Like, anything we do is so, like, selfless, because we're like, it's just, we want to get back to our community, our wrestling community, like, because it's never, had the type of spotlight that it deserves. And we're like, nah, this show is gonna be for you guys. Even though it's been the death of me and stressing me out, I had a dream the other day that Mark Calloway was at the show, so I already know this is too much. But like, I woke up, I was like, why did I just dream that I saw Mark Calloway sitting there? God damn, I gotta get rid. This show has to happen already, because I'm tired.
What's it?
So wait, we've done all this wrestling talk. I don't think we've asked this. Who's your favorite wrestler, WWE
all time or currently?
I would say, does it answer both?
Okay, all time is Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yes,
all time.
It's one of my favorites.
He's on my phone. And honestly, out of my top 5, he's the only one I haven't met because he's passed. Everyone else I've met blissfully. So, but currently right now in WWE, my fave who do I pop for? Because that's what I go based on. Like, who do I like mark the fuck out for? I don't know if I have a favorite right now. Actually, I'll think about it. Probably. So I have a newfound love for Xavier Woods. So, funny stories, because we just talked about how I'm not into the anime and stuff like that, and the, cartoons, all that shit. But I love Up, Up, Down, Down, and I love watching them play Uno because it's my favorite game. So watching him, Tyler Breeze, that's why when he was released, I was just like, no, not Tyler Breeze, because I love him on the show, but I think they're going to keep him on the show. That's neither here or there. But seeing him on the show and just, he's a damn good wrestler. Like, and he does not get, like, when Kofi did that promo, I was just like, yes, this man doesn't get the credit he's due. Like, we talking about fucking Consequence Creed. Like, put some respect on this man's name. Like, so Woods, for me, definitely, I have to say that now because he doesn't get acknowledged as much. I'm trying to think who else. I guess Seth Rollins to a certain extent. I'm very big on, so I'm the type of fan that loves production. I rather your theme song be popping than whatever the fuck else you do in the ring. I actually don't care. But once that beat drops, I have to be invested. So, like, that's why I started getting on the Bobby Lashley train, because that theme song is a bop. So I was like, okay, I can fuck with this. But Seth Rollins, even seeing him at WrestleMania, this new song he came out to, because I honestly thought Burn It Down was low-key problematic as fuck, but that's neither here or there. But I think literally every single person was just like if you go to a show and they say burn, I'm just like, this is problematic as fuck.
I'm leaving.
Especially white people.
Like it's just like this is not okay.
If you're in a crowd full of white people, they say burn it down, you'd be like, I'm out.
You're like, this isn't the place for me. No,
leaving.
thank you.
I'm going home.
Yeah. So but Seth Rollins, I think the evolution of the character. It's really come full circle, even though the outfits is outrageous as fuck. But
yeah, the only problem with him is like some of those outfits, I'd be like, it's a little too much. Bro.
I love the suit.
Some of them I like.
It's okay.
Some of them I like, but the one that I forget what suit it was. He came out and I was like, just a little too much.
He come out with his Sunday Easter best, and I was just like, oh my God, Jesus. But Seth, and I'm not gonna hold everybody. I am waiting for the return of Brock Lesnar. I really don't care what everybody else says. I don't care if he's a part-timer. Like, Brock is Brock. Like, Brock had me sold from day one, but Brock renewed it when he entered the Royal Rumble, and I even go a step back. When he won Money in the Bank, no one thought he was going to win. I was just like, Brocky came out here and surprised all you hoes and climbed a ladder and got the briefcase, which has never been seen.
With no work.
Okay. He out here getting a smooth, easy check. And then at the Rumble, even with him bopping with MVP, Brock doesn't get as many charismatic points as he should because he doesn't talk. But I still like Brock Lesnar. You asked me about AEW side. That's woo. Let's see.
Orange Cassidy.
I would choose Darby Allin over Orange though. Sorry. I would. I would. I'm sorry.
I disagree.
I feel like Darby, for the most part, I think is better overall than Orange is. I think the match that he had, the title match he had with Kenny and with Pac, really was probably one of his best matches in AEW. So I will say that.
I will say, like, Orange is extremely slept on because when I first heard of him, I saw him do a documentary. And then I looked him up a little bit, and I was like,
I seen him right before he got signed.
Yo,
I seen him wrestle at a bar at a brewery around the corner from my house in Brooklyn, right before he got signed to AEW. So I've seen him live and in color, and he's dope. He's really, really nice, like all of the above. But overall character, I think Darby has the slight edge. I'm sorry.
I get it. It's the face paint. She likes Sting.
No, but it's definitely because Sting hasn't even given him tips on how to keep the face paint alive a little longer. So no, it has nothing to do with the face paint. I'll tell you that much. But Britt Baker, probably on the women's side, outside of Swole, because that's sis. But Britt Baker, I think her and Adam Cole at home go promo for promo. I honestly think
that's how
so.
their arguments are. That's how
That'd
they
be
argue.
hilarious.
Like, I really think, because if you listen to both of them, you're just like, they sound alike, and their mannerisms are alike too. But I guess on the WWE side, I love Adam Cole. I'm really excited for Tony Storm to be called up. I think that's dope. It's just a good time to be a wrestling fan. Like, in all honesty, like, it's like Baskin Robbins of wrestling right now. And it's just, you pick whatever flavor you want that day. And some days AEW is the flavor of the week, and it's okay. And then some days it's like, oh, you guys have to get it together because I don't know what the fuck going on. But yeah, so those are, I guess, the few that I can think of.
Let's
So
roll.
what do you think of Roman Reigns' tribal chief right now?
I will never acknowledge him because I keep the same energy. So that's the first thing.
Oh my gosh.
Second thing, didn't see that coming, did you?
Oh man, like I'm not gonna lie. Like I met Roman Reigns. What was it like? It was like the week before he announced that he had leukemia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was back.
It was like
Remission.
it was at an airport in Florida. Like I was heading back from Florida, and my wife is a huge Roman Reigns fan.
But is it because of how he looks or because of how he wrestles? Because what
It
everyone
might be
doesn't,
because
what
how he
everyone
looks.
always doesn't acknowledge, it's the fucking truth. Because what people don't acknowledge is Roman Reigns has the same 3 fucking moves of doom that John Cena does, and everybody always shits on John Cena, even though I like Jonathan Cena. But you gotta call a spade a spade. Okay, I just want to put that on air.
She was like, oh, it's Roman Reigns right there, and I was like, so go ask him for a picture, and she goes, she was too scared to do it, so I walked up to him.
Cause you never know. It's actually really like that's comfort. Like
Yeah.
that same day that I went to War Games in the airport, CM Punk and I locked eyes and crossed paths. Literally.
Oh man.
But he looked dead tired, like, and I was like, yo, ask him for a picture. She was like, no. So I walked up to him, and he was like, are you Roman Reigns? And he goes, yeah. And he was just like, I said, well, so my fiance really is a huge fan, so she can get a picture. He goes, yeah, bring over. He perked up. He woke up. He took the picture. I was like,
He's a company man.
yeah. But he could have easily just been like, bro, I'm tired. Go away. And I would have been like, well, can't do nothing about
Well,
that.
yeah, but you know. But no, with Roman, I do think the heel turn was necessary. I've said it 2 years ago. I said the only real way that he's really going to get heat, the way he really needs, is to face Rock and beat Rock for that passing of the torch type of thing.
Yeah.
But I think I really think they're going to drag it out till they go to Mania in LA in 2 years. That's just my thought, but Dallas could happen. It is what it is, but I can dig the heel because he's getting heat, and I'm all about a good heel. But I will never sit here and be like, I acknowledge him, because that's not happening. I'm sorry.
I've never been a heel guy, but
What?
I'm loving Roman Reigns as he's more of the heel guy.
I'm the heel guy.
Yeah.
But there's like certain heels that I'm like, okay, I'll fuck with this person. I'll fuck with this person. But
They're not doing their job.
most of the heels, like, yeah, what I don't like when they get to a heel part is when they seem like they're whiny. I don't like that.
So do you
So,
think?
I'm like,
So what do you
annoying.
think about Baron Corbin then?
I like at first
I've
I didn't like him,
never
but I've
been,
grown to be like, yo, Baron Corbin's actually nice.
Yeah.
Like when I first started watching, I was like, yeah, I don't like it. But now I'm like, okay. I didn't like what they did with him yesterday, but
Oh no, I love it
No,
I love it.
It's driving me crazy.
because it's hilarious.
I was like, why did y'all got? I'm not gonna lie. I found that hilarious when he looked at Kevin was like, so we all know that you don't spend money in your clothes. I was like, wow, okay.
Burn.
I was like, nah, that was funny. But I was just like, I didn't like this segment, but I did laugh at that.
Oh, I love the fact that it's a real like GoFund. Like the link is like it's
real.
real.
It's real.
It's
for real?
live.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. And that's what I love about it, that it's a real thing. Yeah.
It's
a
real.
real Corbin GoFund. It's real. And that's
found-
what I can appreciate sometimes. Like people always find ways to shit on WWE, and everybody has their opinion, and that's fine. But like shit like this, like having the live audience back, like, it makes a difference. And I think that's really why I'm like, it's such a good time to be a wrestling fan, because now everybody's going to be like, going to be on their top game and really want fans to come out and support and all that jazz. So I'm excited.
But now I'm going to ask a question, and both
Ooh.
of you can answer.
Oh.
Who has the better Superman punch, Roman Reigns or Orange Cassidy?
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, Cassidy.
Yeah.
Cassidy.
That shit look
And
like
it took me months to realize it was the same fucking move. I was just like, it was one Dynamite, and I was just like, wait, did he just Superman punch? Like, I just yelled in my house, like, did he just Superman punch him? And I was just like, wow. But I was like, he does it better than Roman a little bit.
Because
So okay.
it's because his looks like it's out of nowhere. You just be like, wow.
Yeah.
Roman, you see it coming.
He gets a lot more height.
That too.
So
Roman,
that
you
I
just be
can-
like you see it coming.
Right.
Like
Who has the best spare?
Edge.
Bobby.
I was gonna say Bobby Lashley.
No, actually, Moose.
Oh, Moose.
Moose.
Actually, as much as I really don't care for Moose like that, Moose does. I will agree to
'Cause
that.
Moose and Bobby got the same spare, but the way Moose rolls out is way
Moose
faster.
is and it's hard too, because the thing in wrestling is the person you're wrestling has to sell the move. Like, it's not you can do any move. Like, I can tombstone pile drive you, and if you no sell that shit, we're all fucked. So I think for the most part with Moose though is that he's first an athlete, second played football, so the whole tackle situation does play a factor into it. And I think for the most part it does the same for Roman, and it does the same for Bobby too, and even to a certain extent William Goldberg.
We
Yeah, he hates Goldberg.
I don't like William either. The fuck?
like
If I call you by your first name, I'm not fucking with you. So
I don't like him. I just like fuck with him about it. Like,
oh, don't
it's
do
just
that.
like-
That's not
like,
nice.
he'll be like I hate that guy. So when people start chanting Goldberg, he hates it. His whole mood just changes.
Yeah, no, it's a drag.
And I just be like, I'll just get hyped for no reason. I'm like, I don't.
Oh,
want to see
you're
that.
the worst. Where do you find this one? He's truly a Harlem nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. That's some. I've had some in my day. So
First
that's
of all,
true.
our friendship started just being like, he fucked me over, so that's how our friendship
He
started.
fucked you over.
Yeah,
He didn't even know me, and that's how our friendship started.
yeah. Trust me, it's literally back and forth with just shenanigans. He
I
left
mean,
me.
but that's sometimes the best friendship.
He left
Exactly,
me. Like, I
so-
fell in a hole in the highway, and he left me there. He didn't even put
You
me.
left
out.
him in a ditch.
Yeah.
Well, here's what happened. We had took a cab to
New
Rochelle,
Yeah.
and then we got there, and he's running toward the cab, like, cause we were supposed to go to like a frat party or something. He's like, "Yo, get back in the cab, get back in the cab." They had all left, like the house was empty.
Oh.
Who knew that they were next door? But
Yeah, that's the thing. We didn't know they were next
we
door.
didn't know until Monday that they were next door. So then we was
Oh,
like, all right,
shit.
we're going back. So the cab driver broke.
Broke
The
down.
cab broke down. So
Oh.
he's like, all right, I'm going up to the gas station. I'll be right back. So one of our friends is yelling, "Yo, everybody get off the cab. I don't want to pay this guy." So I'm like, what?
Damn.
So
He just he
get
just
out-
broke his car down. Y'all just like be
for
out.
real, like, and he just got they get out the cab and they start running, and mind you, this was what 2000. This was like 2000, like 9.
Yeah,
No,
9.
not it was like 2009.
Yeah.
We weren't making that much money, so
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all not about to stick me with this cab. So we both start running, and he falls into a ditch, and I was just like, I didn't notice it at first because he was like right next to me. I just noticed he just disappeared, and I just kept going.
Oh shit.
So then I just look back. He's running out of a ditch. And he's I'm like,
You're climbing out of the.
Yeah, that's
So-
pretty much just.
so I was just like, for some reason.
I mean, that
night I
sounds
was
like a
okay.
solid foundation of a friendship.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
And then I think it started with that, and then the next thing it was wrestling. It was like we both realized both of us are wrestling fans, and it was just like
Oh wait, so who's your favorite wrestler? Both of you.
Triple H for me.
That's right.
That's all.
That's what the
all
fuck
time.
I'm talking
Exactly,
about.
Triple
Trips.
Of all time.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, this is about to be a hot take. My favorite wrestler of all time is actually Chris Jericho.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like
I literally, that's my boyfriend's favorite wrestler
I've been
of all time. Like, so for this past Father's Day, because he's a dad, I have a good friend. I have friends all over. I have a good friend of mine that works for High Spots down in Charlotte, North Carolina. And High Spots does like a lot of like the auctions, like signings and things like that online and stuff like that. So Jericho was going, I would have known that weeks ago. I would have told you. So Jericho has a new book. And he was doing a virtual signing of the book at High Spots. So I got my boyfriend an autographed Chris Jericho book.
Nice.
So, but that's not a hot take. It's a fucking Isla Sola rock and roller.
I tell people like, yo, Chris Jericho's my favorite wrestler of all time.
No, Chris Jericho, low key, was one of the pillars of the first hour of Nitro. So how can you not like him?
Like the funny thing is, like, I became a Chris Jericho fan because when he turned heel, he was like low key crazy on Nitro.
Yeah,
and he got into the feud with Perry Saturn over the dress.
Yeah,
that I had that tape. That shit was the funniest.
One of my favorites is actually with him and William Goldberg, actually, and all the stupid skits he would do and have the security, and have the JSJ security thing. Jericho, he's a goat. Don't feel ashamed of that.
And fun fact, Jericho's the reason I hate Goldberg.
Well, then there you go.
Legit reason I hate Goldberg, because Goldberg tried to play my man, and I was like, nah,
so next year we're gonna start planning. Next year we're gonna go on a Jericho cruise. Okay.
Oh,
save your pennies.
That is one of the goals too.
I'm down.
I'm working on that one.
Cause I definitely itching for another cruise, and they actually still have like spots for this year's cruise because people were dropping out because of COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm definitely not going to spend $2,000 on Jericho and watch AEW Dynamite on this boat. So next year, we'll plan accordingly.
I'm definitely down for that. Yeah.
See? Yeah. Listen, I'm all about action. Like, you tell me you like something, bet, we out. And that's why I'm able to go and do different things. I'm just like, okay, we're out. Let's go.
That's like, I am trying to try.
I will drag you.
After Mexico, I was like, yeah, I got to travel more. This is it's fun. I'm trying to learn travel tidbits and stuff.
So what other random questions you have for me?
Have you seen the Fast and the Furious 9?
Yes.
All right. So
did you like it?
With Jonathan Cena? Absolutely.
Yeah, he was my favorite character.
But he wasn't really heel, so I really got there and was disappointed. I was just like, Jonathan didn't give me heel heat. He didn't give me heel heat, but it's okay.
At first I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about him in this movie, but I was like, you know what? He killed it in this movie.
Yeah.
All right. So the reason why I asked that is because you, Wilkins, and Black managed to accomplish a lot together.
Whew. Yeah, that's what I hear.
and it's funny because this is something I actually told. I was like, yo, the Fast and the Furious just proves that, yo, if you got the right team around you, you could do anything. Because these niggas went to space.
I know. First of all, with dumbass Tyrese ass. But, and then him in the movies like, yo, we're invincible. Like, we can do anything. And we still don't die. And I was just like, he kind of has a point. But to be fair, it's a movie, and it's written that way. So, sir, come on.
But it was low key, everybody was like, yeah, you stupid, you a dumbass. But he was like, we never get a scratch on us.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because they've been in car accidents.
First of all, I was done after the submarine. The submarine shit took me out. I was like, all right, there's nothing y'all niggas can do right now. It's okay.
Yeah, there are some people who would be like, yo, Fast and the Furious is just, I'm over the movies. I'm like, it could be for me, I'm committed. It could be a Fast and the Furious 35.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Vin Diesel's in a wheelchair.
He's grandpapa. I'm
like
game.
The dude and Biker Boys in a wheelchair talking about one last ride, and I'm going to see it.
So what's funny is I actually really like Biker Boys.
That movie's
not
amazing.
gonna hold you. So I'm so impressed that you said that. I was like, I watch Biker Boys too.
Just sitting in there, he could be doing that, like one last ride, just doing donuts in a wheelchair like the dude from that movie.
And I liked how this movie, even though they're signed for 2 more, just 2 more currently, but I like the full circleness of Fast 9. Like I popped when I saw the guy from Tokyo Drift. I popped. I'm sorry. You couldn't tell me shit. I was like, oh my God. And then Han's ass was alive. He was just like, okay, how did that happen? But okay. And now you got a little, not daughter, but someone you mentor because you saved her life. I was like, what?
No, but I was with Tyrese when he was like, can you get from how you was in over a flipped car and you're still alive? I was there when he said that. I was like, that's what I want to know, because it still wasn't explained fully, or it was just like a
Continuity
went by,
at
and then
its
it was just like
finest.
Mr. Nobody just worked his magic. I was like,
Yeah.
but how?
But keep that in mind for the next Fast and Furious. But no, I have an appreciation. I'm the type of wrestling fan that I am, and the type of person that I am just outside of that is I'm a sucker for a good story.
Yeah.
Like, if the storyline keeps me captivated, then I'm good. And I think that's a part of the reason why I wasn't sold on Bobby at first, because I was just like, nah. But then when they put Leo Rush with him, I was like, that makes sense, because Bobby can't talk. Then when they put MVP with him, because Bobby can't talk, I said, okay, we know the weakness, we know what works, so what doesn't work, let's work on the things that work and keep that pushing. And so I'm a sucker for a good story. So that's why some people's like, oh, Fast 9 is trash, and it's like, it's a bomb ass story. Like, who would have thought this man had a half brother, because he got another sister, and she kept in contact with him all this time apparently, and then, you know, all of you guys link up like you fucking Power Rangers. I'm just like, I'm sold.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But, like, a random question I had this morning, I was like, yo, there's no way he has insurance on his cars, because he just crashes them all the time.
They trash tons of cars.
Like, how do you just drive a car off a cliff? Like, what if that didn't work?
CGI is a hell of a thing.
For real.
Yeah, I would have never, like, could you imagine them doing Uber? Could you imagine?
That'd be pretty dope, though.
He's like, I gotta get somewhere, and then he's like, strap it. Like, okay, that's 5-star rating.
No, I'm
That's
not
a
gonna lie.
fact.
If he did do Uber, and then you select it, you see Dom is on the way to pick you up, I'm hanging up, because I'm like, cancel the ride, because I love you, bro, but I am not with the fact that I am not with you driving off cliffs and all this other shit. Like, you have no respect for physics, bro. Keep going.
That is true.
That is true.
But I'm willing to take the risk just to say I did it.
Yeah, I'm all about the one time.
Just to say I did it.
I'm
My
all
health
about
insurance
the
doesn't
one,
cover that.
the good for the one time, the one time.
My health insurance doesn't cover that. I'm sorry.
That's so funny.
Miss HR. Miss Janelle. How did you get HR, by the way? That's the question I didn't need.
So I don't even work in HR. Fun fact, I work in sales. But I was secretary in college for my school's like black student union. So, but the HR came from just everybody always comes for me for everything, asks me all questions, asks me everything, and just comes to me for everything. So that's actually where the HR part comes from. And it's crazy because even from the period of us planning the show, I'll hit people up and they'll be like, I didn't do it. Like, I'm not in trouble, am I? Like, I'm just like, I just wanted to say hello. But the HR part comes from just me being, I guess, the focal point of. Wilkins will say I'm the face of the podcast. I disagree, but that's where that comes from. So,
Got you.
I don't believe him when he says that.
All right. So please promote anything. Tell people where they can find you, listen to you, hear you.
Oh,
Gotcha.
me. Little old me. Well, first things first, thank you guys so much for your support and for continuing to doing what you're doing, because it's not easy. We're all in this together. And I always tell people whenever I go on there, it's like, it's just it's more for me than for you. So I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm honored because I don't get to do this. And this side of the track is fun. I don't have to think as much. I can just talk. But thank you guys so much for having me on your show. You can follow the Jobbertears Podcast on our Facebook group, the Jobbertears Podcast, Facebook group, on Twitter, because I don't have the Bluebird. The boys handle all the social media stuff. But the Jobbertears Podcast on Twitter, Instagram. Shocked we don't have a TikTok yet, but who knows? Trying to think. On our YouTube page, when you subscribe, please do. You not only find the Jobbertears Podcast, but also our other podcasts under our network. So we have 2.5 Bros. We have Sasson Talk coming back after JobberSlam. We took a little month break because my life is crazy. Planning, and don't ever book a show, guys. Take my advice. Don't do it to yourselves. But no, we have a great team, and shout outs to Joaquin Morales, owner of Battle Club Pro. I don't think just taking a lens into his world, it's just been like, holy shit, you do this by yourself, bro, you need a team. Don't do this. But yes, that song Talk 2.5 Bros, Your Sports, and of course Mr. Black Show. Me and my boyfriend, we had a game night show called Mike and Nelly Game Night that we're gonna revamp after JobberSlam, which is gonna be cool, and we're gonna incorporate conspiracies, because that's like one of our biggest things that we have in common is conspiracy theories. So we're gonna do that. But all those you can find on the Jobbertears Podcast Network on YouTube. If anyone listening wants to attend, I'm gonna not put it over, but put it over the hottest summer event in independent wrestling in New York City, JobberSlam, Above the Ring. You can contact us at the Jobbertears Podcast. You can DM us personally. You can also email bcpsponsors@gmail.com for more information. July 31st is where it all starts. Doors open at 6, bell times to 6:30. Make sure you get there early. And it's funny. Someone messaged me yesterday and said, because the first 2 years we did the podcast, we always did a barbecue in like around 4th of July, because that was like kind of like our that was like our WrestleMania in our mind. And also because Mr. Black's birthday is right around that time. So we're already like, all right, let's celebrate your birthday and also like celebrate us as a group. So that's why originally JobberSlam was supposed to be July 4th of last year. But the past 2 years before that, we had like a barbecue that we did, where we did like a happy hour. We always did something on the 4th. So I had someone message me the other day and was like, so are you guys doing the barbecue this year? I said, JobberSlam is the barbecue. The end. Like, but it's gonna be a family vibe. It's gonna be a good time. Like I'm more excited to be around all of our friends and our family and people that have sponsored, supported us, and just enjoy themselves. Like that'll be my pleasure in this, is seeing everyone's and ooh, and everybody's gonna show up. Like we had booked one of the hottest tag teams in New York City, New York Wrecking Crew out of House of Glory, 2 of our good friends, and he called me the other day. He was just like, I'm gonna show out just because it's for you. And I was just like, you don't have to do that. And he's just like, no, like you have, like, just on a personal level, we've had a different type of relationship and bond. And he's just like, just because it's you, we're gonna show out. And I was just like, okay. But everybody, thank you so much. I cannot express in words the amount of love and support we've gotten for this show. So it won't be the last, but it will be some time until the next one, because this one's taking me out. But yeah, you can follow us once again, social media, YouTube, and once again, JobberSlam Above the Ring, July 31st in Brooklyn, New York. For more information, you can once again email bcpsponsors@gmail.com for more information, because that'll be the only way you get in. It low-key feels like a Raw Underground, so I'm actually loving the vibe that like, because people I think are assuming we're gonna like sell at the door. We're not. There'll be no ticket selling at a door. So if you don't have a ticket already or you don't have the information, then you can't go.
There we go.
And that's it.
It's super secretive, but
it is.
This is some exclusive shit.
It is actually like I'm telling you, it's the Raw Underground.
You said, say that again.
What you want?
The email.
Oh, email. BCP, so Battle Club Pro. So BCP sponsors with an S @gmail.com, and that'll be the only way to get in. It's like a speakeasy. It's ridiculous, but it's the way we had to do things. And if we could have done them differently, we would have. But the powers that be, we're making it, roll. But once again, right now we're probably with sponsors attending, we're probably at about 100 people. So that's really solid. And I'm just excited to see my friends that wrestle. Because they're driving up from Carolina. Shane and his boys are flying in from Dallas. They have a show. They have a booking the night before. And did me a solid, and they're flying in the day of, and then Swole's flying in the day of. And I wish I said I had some surprises, but I don't. Because surprises cost too much. We had one in the bag, and looking back, if I would have known the amount that we've gotten within the last 2 weeks from sponsors, I probably would have pulled the trigger on it. But it's okay. It's next time. We'll do things bigger and better. Also, to make sure listen. This will not be CP time. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. The opening match will be Casey Navarro versus Saeed. And that's going to be the match you don't want to miss. So if you're listening, I'm always late for everything. I'm promise I'm going to be there way early, but this will be not on CP time. Please be on time. 6 o'clock is when the door opens. And then I'm working. Actually, I do have a little surprise. I'm working on this, I guess, a friend of mine that I've come to. He was just on our podcast the other day. Chaotic itself. He went viral off of a poem he did. Yeah. So we actually met him at Ring of Honor because he's from the Baltimore, Maryland area. So he met him actually when we went down for the show, and then he did the podcast that Tuesday. And then of course, me running my mouth, I said it'd be dope if you did a spoken word to open the show. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And then he DM'd me and he was just like, "Are you dead ass?" And I was just like, "I absolutely am dead ass." So he's gonna drive up. He's gonna come up to New York. He's gonna actually open the show. So remember like a old school WrestleMania feel with the beginning with the spoken word. It'll be that.
I'm gonna be there. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to you guys coming too. Really, it's not about us. It's about you guys. So I really want everybody to come. Think of it as like the barbecue. Think of it like, oh, this is the kickback.
Darius Carter got a match?
Yes. I guess I can run the card down real quick from memory. So we have Casey Navarro versus Saeed Al-Sabad opening the show. And then we have Trisha Dora, the Pan-African Diaspora Champion, going against Trevor Aeon for the title. We also have New York Wrecking Crew versus Grit out of North Carolina versus the Rep. Shout out to Nate and Dave. I love them. They are coaches now, and they're phenomenal down in CZW, so I'm super proud of them. Versus Mr. Grimm and a mystery tag team partner of his selecting. So we got a fatal 4-way tag team match. And then we have Savannah Evans defending. She's putting her PWX Pure title, which is based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. She's putting her title up against Darius Carter. So this has actually been in the works for a long time. So we're excited to see that. What else do we have? We have the Sea Stars putting their tag team titles back on the line again against Main Event for the second time. So let's see if the boys can bring the belts home because they're the home team.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get them on this show. I'm supposed to get them on this show.
Really?
Hopefully, if they win, I'll be like, yeah, man, now you definitely should come on the show and just.
Oh, just say, I got you. I got you right after we get off the phone. See, this is why I'm that person. So, I feel like I've literally been bullying people the past, 6 weeks, and it's obnoxious. And typically, I'm not that. But no one knows how to say no to me. So, it's just I'm that person then. But Main Event, I got you. Don't worry about it. But yeah, they're going against for the tag titles. We got Mick Drake, who is the current franchise Battle Club Pro franchise champion, going against Mysterious Q. And then we have, of course, Shane Taylor Promotions versus Prolific. Near and dear to my heart. This is my gift to the boys, and they know that, and they understand that I've always wanted better for them. So this is step one. So, and then what else? I feel like I'm missing a match outside of Tasha and Swole, of course, who is the main event, going for the Icons BC Battle Club Pros Icons title. Big Swole versus Tasha Steelz. I feel like that's it. I'm trying to think of match cards that came out because I'm a visual learner. But for the most part, it's 10 matches. That's all I know because we had to knock it down because it was 12 about 3 weeks ago. And I said, no, we can't do that. Because I try to put myself in the shoes of a fan all the time. So I was just like, I don't want to sit around for 12 matches. So no, we do 10. And 10's an even number and it's good and solid. There'll be intermission. So people will be able to meet and greet with the superstars during intermission. Those that are sponsored, there's a list, including you guys, when you pay, but you guys will be there. Don't worry. But it's over 20 sponsors that I don't even have the energy to list them all right now. But every single person that has put $1 into the show, we thank you so very much, because without you guys, there would be no show. Like, legit. Like, I would have to either be shaking some ass or selling people and being a madam at that point. But sponsors are the foundation of this show, so we truly do appreciate you guys. Especially Pretty Heels, Behind the Barricade. It's show off season. I love it. Title Match Network. Trying to think of all the big dollar sponsors. The Council of Commentary. We Love Wrestling. Black Wrestling Podcast. Who thank you guys. They're coming up too. It's just the amount of people that are like not only putting money into the show, but actually like, yo, we're coming. And I can't get them to come to a fucking viewing party, but to a show. I'm just like, okay, I'll take one over the other.
That's what's up.
So yeah, Black Wrestling Podcast. EC, Every Dollar Counts, Ivy Productions. Those are just a few of the top dollar ones I can think of right now. But every single person, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I will sleep better when this is over.
Gotcha.
But thank you guys so much for having me.
No problem. Joe, drop the gram.
Find me at Big Boy Fitness 718.
This is actually really misleading, because you're not really a big boy anymore. Like, you're thickums, but you're not really a big boy.
I slimmed down a little bit.
A little bit. What's the heaviest you've been?
248.
That's not even bad. What are you now?
I got down to 225, but then I put on.
You was trying to be a cruiserweight? The fuck?
No.
Shit.
No, I was like really fast. I was like, I wasn't really.
You probably
like,
was just chunky in the face. It's
probably,
okay.
but like there was one time where I probably won't forget this. Like one time, he even Dwayne goes, "You started looking like the old Joe," and I was like,
"Shut up, man!"
I said, "Dude, I was like,
why do you bring that
what
up?
if I look like for the past 4 years the dude that ate Joe?" Like so. It's like
I literally called you brawling.
No, you said you started looking like the old Joe.
Who was brawling?
Yeah, but then you said, so what did I look like? The dude that ate Joseph?
No.
Oh no.
Like,
he meant it with love. Don't do that.
No, so
You said no.
that was like, yeah, but he was like, I didn't mean it like that. I was
I've
like,
said worse.
yeah, well,
Oh, that's terrible.
I've said worse.
he was like,
Okay.
you know.
All right, big boy Joe in the building. It's okay.
Alright, big
Like I thought, like I seen this power lifter, like he was fat, and he was like, his hashtag was muscularly fat, and I was like, I don't think I want to put that as a hashtag. I'm good. So
Steal it, bro.
I would.
Steal
like,
it.
yeah, but he was
It's
benching
a
like
smooth borrow.
he was benching a good 750, and I was like, I ain't there yet. So
That's alright.
Oh, so how much you bench?
I could bench 250.
Okay,
That's
you get in
about it.
there.
I'm
That's
getting
not
there,
that
but
heavy.
I you know, like
It's more than I can
before I
do.
do it, I click on it, and everybody who used muscularly fat, they was benching like way too much, and I was like, I don't think I'm ready to be here yet.
That's alright. You're
Yeah.
at stage 1.
Yeah.
I'm getting
The
there.
fuck? It's like Mortal Kombat. Get it together.
Yeah, I'm gonna put muscularly fat stage 1 on my.
Listen, there's levels to this. I agree.
Yeah, I'll probably do that one.
See? We're brainstorming. I like it.
Yeah.
Alright. Now you can follow me at Doogie Franchise. That's DOOGIFRANCHISE. And you can also follow this podcast on the IG at It's Show Off Season. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. So
Just like spelling that one.
I really don't.
Don't be different. Listen, my cousin, when we picked my godson's name, her son's name, she wanted to spell Cameron so fucking different and weird, and I was just like, how the fuck you expect him to have a job in the world? So you're gonna spell it the way it fucking sounds, Cameron. The
It's funny because my name is not spelled.
It actually is not, and it threw me for a loop.
It's hilarious.
No,
But what's your background? Because I feel like that would explain it.
I'm Jamaican.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I knew that's why. I just didn't know what island. So I was just like, and plus where you live. I was like, woof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What's your background?
I'm just black.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Just plain old South. Well, not plain old, but South Carolina black.
Really?
No,
My
not South. North. My bad. My family will beat my ass if they said.
I
messed
mean,
that up.
North and South is practically the same. But no, South Carolina has
Yeah,
a
pretty
more of a
much.
different, like,
Alright.
distinctive, I feel like, accent than people from North Carolina. But
Yeah, I'm just
okay.
black.
Okay, that threw me for a loop. I didn't think that. Okay. Well, I guess Harlem. I guess it makes sense. Yeah. Cardinal Hayes, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, just black.
But on that, folks, I would like to say goodbye and good night.